those people. A couple points you need to understand going forward. Ataxia is a medical thing, and it's bad, and I have it. Now that we're all up to speed, I'm not going to spend my precious public speaking moments bad mouthing ataxia. I have too much respect for it, and plenty of literature around this room does that. We'll discuss the purposes of living with this thing and not hating it. Some ways to build a life for yourself that's within your means that you can enjoy. I'll talk about the hot speaker at last year's picnic, Dr. Tom Klaus, changed my life by introducing me to his methods of fitness. I'll talk about what the present and near future holds for the treatment of persons with ataxia. I'll be doing all of this while talking about myself. I grew up in Crofton, a nice little town about 45 minutes from here. I had a wonderful childhood, always the athlete, a great family and friends, and a lot going for me. Sometime in 8th grade, I started to notice that my friends were growing faster and stronger. I was slowly moving in the other direction. I didn't know why this was happening or what I could do about it. My body was failing me. I lost faith in myself pretty quickly. I simply observed this decline throughout high school. I stumbled on the soccer field, I'll fall on some steps. You know how it goes. Increasingly embarrassing incidents. My friends also observed it, and they were not silent about it. I'll just say some fun was had at my expense. My attitude became, I'm a living joke. I've always been a bit of a comedian, so to be a living joke is not the worst thing in the world, but I was not in control of this one, and I didn't like it. I got through high school, still wondering what the hell was going on. Went to college at St. Joseph's University in Philadelphia. Once during freshman year, on a Wednesday afternoon at like 2 o'clock, I was walking back from class, and I stopped to say hi to the smokers on the bench outside my door. And one of them said to me, "Man, you are so awesome." So I said, "Thanks." "Why?" He said, "You are always wasted. Every time I've seen you, it's so awesome." And I just laughed. I said, "How do you respond to that?" I couldn't have explained it if I wanted to. I couldn't have explained it if he wanted me to. A few months later, after realizing the thing was not gonna just go away and fix itself, I saw a doctor and took my diagnosis of Friedreich's ataxia. I was too scared to research it or even talk about it with my family. I heard what the doctor said, and I felt what it was doing to me, and that was enough ataxia for my liking. 2 years later, in my biology class, FA was actually mentioned as an example of a rare genetic disease. I couldn't even say, "Hey teacher, I have that." I was still trying to hide. I graduated in 4 years without ever uttering the word ataxia. I moved back home. Then there were some days that lacked direction. It was tough. I didn't know what I was capable of doing. My condition was declining. I had no job, no income, no confidence. Good times with my friends were sparse. I was sinking further and further out of touch with society and reality. It became depressing. I went back to school for a little just to have a reason to get out of bed. A little more than a year out of college, I decided to begin facing everything. I did the research. I started talking to my family. They are my support. My parents, my sisters, my cousins. I don't like to think hard to change it and not be in control. Doesn't matter how gradual the change is, it's uncomfortable. But confronting myself is a better option than hiding from myself and from the world. I had to establish a new identity, one that embraced everything about who I was, one that embraced ataxia. I bought a really expensive cane that I carry with me in public. Me and me to say, hey man, you're not drunk. There are some other things going on with my body that you don't especially need to worry about. The hurricane, as I call it, achieved that. And people are now super nice to me. The cane evokes compassion. Everyone smiles and holds the door. I'd rather not be in this situation, but I've witnessed some real, genuine kindness from unexpected places as a result of it. And that's alright. I joined a support group and involved myself with the community. At one of the meetings, a lady was there from the Maryland Department of Disabilities telling us about an internship program they were offering. I applied and was accepted into the program. I help people with disabilities enroll in Medicaid. I made a little bit of money, and the first thing I did was move out of my parents' house. I needed some independence. I completed the internship, and I left the job I have today. I'm a community work incentives coordinator at a Center for Independent Living. What that means is, if you're getting Social Security disability benefits, and you want to work, and you want to know how your benefits will be affected by your income, you call me. I started the job in November of 2008. I did not love it. I had to wake up early to an alarm, get ready. My commute was over an hour each way. My office only has 7 people. They were all older. Then there was the work. I was not totally sure what being a CWIC was all about. The training involved sitting in a tiny, stuffy room with no windows for 8 hours a day, studying a 700-page manual about Social Security disability benefits. It's not exactly riveting stuff. 4 months straight of this and a 6-part written exam, and I was certified, which was great, but it meant I now had to take on a caseload. I did not love that. In fact, I did not like it at all. I was overwhelmed, I was inexperienced, and my consumers could tell. They seemed to take that personally. They would be rude to me and talk to me like I shouldn't be there. It was discouraging. I didn't think it was going to work out. This wasn't the job for me. I wanted to quit, but I didn't. They kept paying me, and I kept going. I had a job during the Great Recession, and I thought that was pretty neat, even if it was really hard and unpleasant. I liked having something to do every day. The company merged into one big office, and I made some great friends whom I now get to see and chat with every day. And the more experience I gained doing the job, the better I got at it. Now I'm pretty good at CWIC.